Okay, dear, can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So let's resume this.
Yeah.
You see this line? So we create
Okay.
two variables of
Yeah.
the class Sprite,
Yeah.
okay? And then we use the word new. So when we use the word new, it means that we are dealing with a class. So we mention the class name and we pass it to variables. Why is that? Because our constructor, oops, okay, our constructor here, it have two double. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So when we create the class, when we create a variable from that class, we are calling the constructor and passing it two variables. And how we are doing that? This way. So may you please create a new an empty file, and
Yeah.
inside an empty file you write this class.
Okay.
When you define a class, it's exactly like when you define a method. It is not executed until it's called. When it is called, when you create a variable out of it.
Mm. Okay.
So I think you let me see so that there is no possibility of any errors. You can start sharing if you,
Oh, okay.
and then I will send you this.
And you want me to change the name from main to Sprite also, or?
No, this is not main. This is another file other than the main. The main will remain as it is. You create
Oh.
the you create a file called Sprite.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, okay. Wait, how do I? Let me just duplicate this. Right. Okay. Okay. So you don't want me to, so I don't need this, so I need to keep this, right?
I still didn't see your screen, so
Oh,
just write the Sprite with all this content, and then
okay.
go to the main and uh, write the second slide that I passed you.
Okay.
Okay. No, I think. Uh, okay. So all
Okay.
this is not needed, but okay, you can just leave it. Fine. Yeah. And please do. I mean, we don't have main here, so just remove this and all this line here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. So you continue writing. Yeah.
Okay, this one also you said is not needed.
Yes. Not needed. Yes.
Yeah, this also I don't need.
Yes. You don't need.
Okay. Um, then another one public Sprite. Okay, that's done. Then
Okay,
you want
now
me
we
to
go to
create
main.
main. Can I bring this up? No. Main.
So we create two variables out of this sprite class.
Okay, so I want my Sprite
So this
player
sprite
name.
is like a data type, a new data type that we created. Previously, we only have string, integer, and boolean, and double, and then we create variables out of that. Now we created our own data type.
Yeah. And okay, done.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, can you start to run?
I did error.
Okay, what is the error? Duplicate main. Can you see where is the file that is causing that? Previous code 2. Go to previous code 2. Change the name here, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It have to be, the name have to be exactly the same like the class name.
It's not exact. Oh,
Okay, so now we are having a different error. Huh?
yeah. The
Can you
thing
start to
fucking.
read?
Yeah. Private access in Sprite. Okay, player one dot. So it's here. The problem is here. Oh. Wait, how come? The error is here and here. Here and
Okay.
here.
Can
But
you
how
go
come?
to let me see. Can you go please to sprite file
Okay.
where we define our class? So this is the class sprite, but then you put on line 4, you put private double center X. Am I right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Can you remove the word private? Okay, try to run.
Mm.
Okay, put it back. So by default, actually, it's not an error. This is done by intention, just to explain to you what is the issue. When we
Mm.
put private here, it means that this sprite keeps its instance variables protected from outside changing. So anything that you use the class or this data type variables, so player one and player two, nobody outside this class can change anything related to center X. Center Y is okay
Yeah.
because it's not declared as private.
Yeah.
Okay, so it means that anytime you want to change X, you have to change it from inside here. Okay, is that
Yeah.
clear so far?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And let me.
You want to
Okay,
share? You know?
no, I would like to pass you new things that you need to add to the code. Okay, you can start adding this to the sprite .java file.
Okay.
So this is two other methods.
Okay. Public class private. Okay. And this one I add to the sprite, not not the
Yes,
mean.
yes.
Okay. So mean I put it here. Eh? Here. Eh? No, no, correct, correct.
You have to put it here.
Yeah. Here, here. No, it's here, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So okay.
Wait, you don't need to write another class. You already have one.
Oh,
You just add the two. So, okay, now let me see. You just add or change the differences that you see, but your sprite class already established, already written. So all this
oh,
you don't need. You just see whatever additions. I mean, the whole
oh.
this whole line need to be removed.
Yeah, I don't need any of that. So I should just continue from this
Yes. So
public
yes, exactly.
double.
Yes.
It's wait, this will be below here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This should be down here.
No, no, no. It's correct here.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You put y capital in the system.out. Okay, first of all, I would like you to change. If you see here, he also put private with this center y.
Oh. Wait, you want private for both, or you want
For both,
no private?
for both, for both.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, correct. Yeah,
Okay,
but that will just
and
add.
now I would like to actually ask you, are we able to? We have created two methods, right? What is the name of the
Yeah.
two methods? Get center x.
The get center and print location.
Are we able to call them from the main? Can you try to call them from the main? So comment this line, just comment them.
Okay.
And then
Can I
try to
call it
call
like
the
that?
methods. Okay,
Yeah.
now
Okay.
my question to you is that when you try to call center x, did you call it directly or you call it using a variable name that you created here? You see here? You try to access center x and center y that belong to Sprite. So you use the variable name to access that. So if the same goes here, if you want to get the center x, you have to call it using a variable name. So player one dot get center x.
So I call, is that what I'm supposed to call? Or?
Yes. Player one dot get center x. You are sure about the C is capital.
Okay.
It will run without an issue. Okay. So it means that, okay, can I know what is this giving us?
It's giving us, it's just returning center x, right?
Center x.
That's all
Okay.
it does.
So
Yeah.
how we can print it? How we can print the center x that is being returned?
I can just add a print statement.
No, not here. You cannot put it here.
Okay.
I want you to put it in the calling. So when you get it returned to you, you call it.
Okay. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like that is correct.
Yes.
What do I need to? Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Okay. Can you call now? Can you call the center x for player two and print it also? No, I mean I want you to print both of them. Okay. 10.
Oh.
You.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so one brings 20 and one brings 10, right? Can you change here to 22? So my question to you now is that I created two variables of this data type, the complex data type that we created that is still not so clear to us. And then each one of them have X and Y, right? And then I create two variables and the data does not mix. I have two values for x, and they don't mix. And if I create player 3, also they still have x and y that is separated from the others. Does this raise questions to you? Why this all this data is not mixed?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. I understand. Okay. So I also want you to try to call the other method that we created. We created another method that's called print inside the sprite. Go to the sprite.
The
print location.
Yeah.
Can we call that for the
Okay.
two players or the two variables that we created in the main?
Okay. One location. I need that.
Why he doesn't accept?
Void, because the void is void type not allowed.
Okay, fine. But why we ever need to print something that is already going to print? So when we call that method, it will just execute that line and then exit. So it does not return anything to us. It will just print something to the screen.
So I don't need this.
Yes, definitely. Only if you are turning a kind of value, integer or double, then you can print it out.
Okay, I see.
So do you see here? We're still able to retain two different x and y's, two different center x and center y. So when we created this complex data type, which is called sprite here, it have its own variables. So when you create a player, which is a variable, it go to the RAM and then specify player 1, and here it also bring player 2. This is player 1 and player 2. They are stored in a separate place in the memory. Here they have x and y values, here and x and y values. So when we create also player 3, they also have their own x and y values. So all these variables or does not mix up in the RAM. That's why even you create 10 players, each one of them will have its own separate variables, x and y. So that's why when they create games, each one of them have its own properties and scores, and everything does not mix up. So if you only remain not learning object-oriented programming, the one we are started to learn now, to create classes of complex data types that have methods, that have instant variables that belong to it, you will never be able to create or to simulate complex entities. If we want to create a player for a game that have a lot of properties, which means that it needs a lot of variables. Okay, I know it is complex in your eye. I understand that, but that is really needed to be able to create complex software. Okay, so let me. I think this will be the last thing that we create. So the two methods that we created just now is called accessor method. They access the private variables and return it back to the main, but they don't change it. So I will share with you one last thing that you need to add to this sprite class. This is two methods that actually called mutators. So it actually changes the content of the variables. Can you have a look, please, and add them to your sprite?
Okay. Wait, what do you mean? How do I?
So I give you two extra methods. One is
Yep.
called set center x, and one is called move right.
Okay.
Did you open them?
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Now I got it. Okay, okay. Okay, let me do this.
Just bear in mind, this is called accessor. So it only accesses the data, but it does not change it. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the two new methods that you're going to add from this line, starting this line, they will actually, they are called mutator, and then they change the x and y.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay. So it means I need to change.
You don't need to
Do I
change. You just need to add.
add? Okay.
Add. So it means that we are advancing this sprite class. We are adding more methods to it.
Right.
And we are separating everything that is related to sprite in a different file. So it does not complicate it. It helps us to separate when we separate the file this way, we don't complicate the main. The main remains clear with only a few lines.
Yeah.
Do you mind if you tell me your level of understanding of these classes? Does it exceed 60% or lower than 60%?
Around 60%.
Okay.
Okay. Now I need to call these two, right?
Yes.
And then what? Oh. Excuse me. Okay. And then what do you want me to put in this new X?
Put any double value.
Okay. 50.
He does not recognize move right and does not recognize set center. Why is that?
I don't know.
Because you have to understand that you are trying to change a value, but you did not tell him which variable that you created in this main that you want to change the value for.
Okay.
So here, this is 50. If inside the sprite, we know that this 50 will change the center x.
Yeah.
But for which variable? When you try to print here, center x and center y, you actually use a player 1 and player 2 because each one of them have its own x and y. But
Yeah.
now you want to set the center x for which variable? Player 1 or player 2? If you call it like that, he will not understand.
I need this.
Yes. Any method inside the class, you cannot call it without the variable name.
Okay, I see. There you go.
Okay, so, but this does not show us anything. May I ask you to copy this one and put it also here so that we know if our changes actually worked?
Okay, wait, okay.
Now you change it to 50, am I right?
Yeah.
Then why is it here 55?
Hmm.
Can you check your code again?
Probably because of this. Move right.
Excellent. Okay, so it means that this set actually is correct, is working. It add 50 to the x of player one, but then this
Yeah.
move right add 5 more, so it works, right?
Yeah.
And this is that. So initial value was 22, am I right? And then
Yeah.
it changed to 55.
Yeah.
Okay, are you able to access player one center x directly and put 50 inside it without this method? Can you write player
Okay.
one dot center x equal 10? So you come here
Okay.
and do that. What is the error?
Private access in Sprite. So it means I can only change it in Sprite. Right?
Yes.
Like I have to put this in the Sprite. Yeah.
Yes, but wait. So the thing here that typically in a big software team, the sprite, the
Yeah.
class sprite, might be created by another programmer, not you, and then it is given to you with its own methods and variables, and then you, as a programmer, you start to build your own variables based on this sprite class, and then
Yeah.
so if you want to change anything, you have to use the method that is given to you. If you want
Yeah.
to subtract, increase, decrease, or change anything related to this data type, you have to only use the methods. You are not allowed actually to change this way. Okay, so now go back to Sprite.
Okay.
Okay, now remove that word private.
Okay. Both or just one?
One only. Just yes, this one
Okay.
only. Yeah, now run.
Okay.
So the code does not run into error, huh?
Yeah.
So it is depending on how you design your class. If you allow people from the main to change your center X or not, or change your variables or not.
Yeah.
So if you put it private, then we have done something called in software engineering, it's called data encapsulation. Data encapsulation, all the variables I create here, it's private. Nobody can access it. You only can access it using this kind of available methods. Okay, and it means also that there is no mistake, that by no mistake you can change this kind of variables. It is done under tight control, so that reduce bugs in software. I know that
Yeah.
you still cannot put your hand yet on how these bugs looks like, but I am telling you, after 20 years of writing software,
Yeah.
although it is complicated and it takes time to create classes in this way, but it actually saves time when you try to troubleshoot your software. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything to tell me before we finish this class?
No.
Okay. Is everything understandable so far? I know classes, you still need to, it will take you time to be able to grab that. I understand that,
Yeah.
and it is normal. I,
Yeah.
I have passed through this before. So it is
Yeah.
fine. Just be patient until we move a little bit. Okay?
Yeah.
Any other than that, do you have any comments?
No.
Okay. See you next class.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Take care.
See
Bye
you.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.